Welcome everybody to a review of our latest Imprint release, and that is 1968's Uptight. So this is the collection number 221 from Imprint, and this is directed by Jules Desarn, who I've also seen plenty of great films from before. The four big standouts for me, and then I say that in terms of 4.5 star or more, are Rafifi, The Naked City, Night and the City, and Brute Force. All excellent films. And he also did Thieves Highway and Topkapi, which are both really rather good as well. This is more alongside the last two of those films. It's not quite as high ranking as his better efforts, but this is still a really, really good drama that clocks in at 104 minutes long. Stars Ruby Dee, who was in the likes of Do the Right Thing, Buck and the Preacher, and The Incident, as well as Frank Silvera, who was in Killer's Kiss and the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and Roscoe Lee Brown, who was in Logan's Run and Twilight's Last Gleaming. So yeah, this is about black militants who are building up an arsenal of weapons in preparation for a race war, who are betrayed by one of their own. So talk about striking the iron while it's hot, as this was released only several months after the horrific assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., which is used as a backdrop and catalyst of this plot for this film, which, although not as action or thriller heavy as expected given its premise, is still a highly engrossing and well acted effort. It is also well paced. The score by Booker T and the MGs is great. They're more well known for doing the song Green Onions, or I say song, more instrumental song Green Onions, but yeah, they do definitely do a really good job with the score on this, while also giving some vocal work as well, which is actually quite rare for them. The cinematography is on point, the themes are handled rather well, the character interactions are executed effectively, and you can genuinely see the reasoning for the actions of the lead characters. You can see the reasoning for why the character Tank betrays the people that he knows, because he's desperate for money. I think his ex-wife is asking for alimony, and yeah, she's also dealing with poverty as well, so he's feeling like a failure of a father and a husband. And but then you also can see the black militant side of this, because they're getting tired of being pushed around by the police, by other racists and stuff like that, and they see this betrayal as a grave betrayal, basically, especially in the light of the assassination of Luther King Jr. So and you can definitely see the both sides of their stories, and that makes this incredibly tense in parts, because you're seeing these characters sparring off of each other. There's sparks flying, and you can see entirely both sides of the argument and why their actions are justified. And it's incredibly well done in that regard. I just wish it had more of the kind of a bit more action or a bit more thriller elements to it, because this is the kind of plot that would suit those kind of set pieces or those kind of scenes. And unfortunately it just leans way too much into the drama, more than having some entertaining action scenes or anything like that. But that's just me. That's the kind of thing I was expecting given its premise. I guess I shouldn't expect too much from a film just based on its premise, but yeah, that's just how I was expecting the film to go. But obviously I got something completely different, and on the whole it was still satisfying in that regard, but my expectations were a little bit somewhere else. But I guess I should have figured Jules Desarn would have been a little bit more restrained in his in terms of the action or thriller elements, because all of his other films that I've seen don't really have that anyway. So I just guess the premise threw me off a little bit. But still, if you've seen this film, I'd really like to hear your thoughts on it, because it is a really, really good film. It does seem to be a little bit on the underseen side, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm really glad Imprint have given it a release. And there's the normal cover itself. That's Tank, our lead character, and given a 1080p high definition presentation of a 2019 4K scan from the original camera negative by Paramount themselves. You got audio commentary by film historians Elaine Silver and Jim Ursini from 2023. Film critic writer Christina Newland on Uptight from this year. And then you got elective Viscicus from the Radical Exiles of Jules Desarn, a video essay by film historian Daniel Kramer, also from this year. So I think Desarn himself got exiled from Hollywood in the early 50s or something like that. which is why he was in France, I think, for Rafifi. But yeah, I've not got the best knowledge on his backstory, unfortunately. But still, excellent filmmaker, and this is the 7th film now that I've given 4 stars or more from him. 3rd film I've given from him with 4 stars. Like I said, I gave Thieves Highway and Topkapi in the same rating, but this is definitely the better of the 3 that have given 4 stars from the director. And yeah, highly recommended. If you've seen this film before though, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.